Hi folks, here I am with my best little buddy, Kermie, aka Kermie Wormy, and we're working today on building up engagement around distractions. Kermit actually, believe it or not, can be very distracted and reactive on walks. Huh, bub? So we've got his prong collar on him, but what we first need to help him understand is that the prong collar is something that we want him to associate with being engaged with us. So we are going to work right now on building engagement with the dog in the face of distractions by using the leash and the prong collar to help us reinforce the dog turning away from the distraction and paying attention to us. That is all. In this case, we're going to use the word leave it and the leash. We've got our treat pouch on. We've got a long line. We've got Kermit. We're ready to go, folks. Okay, let's go. So we're going to put some food in this bowl here. Break. And be sure it's just a couple pieces. Leave it. Yes. Break. Now I want to be clear when I use the word leave it. Yes. I am using that to refer to something that I am completely fine with the dog engaging with. It's just not the right time to engage with it. Kermit, leave it. Yes. So I say leave it. Kermit naturally realizes there's not much food in this bowl. There's actually more food in my pouch. He turns from the bowl, looks over to me, break, and he gets his food. Leave it. Yes. Now initially when I'm teaching this in this way, I want to do this in a controlled environment, or at least in a way where I can somewhat control the distraction. So doing this with people and dogs or squirrels is going to be a lot harder than doing it with a bowl of food. Break. However, it's really important that we master this sequence. Leave it. Yes. Around something very low distraction like dog food. Break, and we reward him for succeeding many times. Now I'm going to do something different, okay? In this first exercise, you saw me saying leave it. Leave it. Good. But in this next exercise, I'm actually going to be moving around the food bowl, and there's going to be food in there, and I'm going to tell him to leave it. So in the first case, he was already accessing the food, and I said leave it. And in this case, he wants to access the food, and I'm going to say leave it. Leave it. And I'm going to use it right there too to say leave it. Good. Yes. Now just a moment ago you'll notice I said the word good, and I really should have said the word yes. But more important than getting the exact marker word right every time is that we pay the dog and we reinforce the good behavior with food. Good. So now I'm telling him, good. Just pay attention to me. Don't worry about it. Leave it. Yes. And then I'm saying, leave it. Come over to me. I have food. Leave it. Yes. Leave it. Good. Good boy. Good. you'll notice most of the time there's no food in my hand. Leave it. Yes. That's because I want to have my right hand free to be able to hold the leash. And I also want him to be looking up and making eye contact with me, not just looking up and focusing on my hand. Leave it. Good. So in this case, I'm using that marker word, to say, hey, try something else. You're not in trouble, but that's not going to be successful. And he's saying, what if I try coming over to you? I say, yep, good job. Good. Once again, to be clear, leave it as a command that I am saying to the dog, leave this thing until I tell you that it's okay to access it. And this is something that I want there to be more structure around accessing. I want you to really consider me when you access this and wonder to yourself, is this the right time, before you just go ahead and do it. And in this case, yes, if we wander across food on the ground or there's food on the ground, sometimes it's okay. But other times I may say, hey, leave it, don't eat that. Another time I may look at the ground and I say, oh, it's just a piece of chicken I left on the ground. Okay, buddy, go ahead and have it. Break. And in this case, we're going to let him have these treats here as a reward. Good boy. So I'm not going to use leave it when it comes to the dog doing dangerous, unwanted behaviors. I'm not going to use leave it when it comes to aggression. That's different. That's me telling the dog, hey, don't ever do that ever for the rest of your life. Leave it is me saying, I don't mind sometimes that you go in the pond or you go into the creek, but right now is not the right time. Or, I know we usually play with dogs, but right now I'm getting a little bit of an uncomfortable feeling around the socialization. And so I'm going to say, leave it, and we're going to continue on our way. Also, when it comes to prey animals, leave it can be helpful to say, hey, look, I don't mind sometimes you chase the seagulls. That's okay. But, when we're by a road or somewhere busy, I don't want you to chase the seagulls. You could get hurt. So that's our little video here with Kermie Wormy. You could see he's just doing absolutely incredible. What an amazing dog. Hi, bub. And hopefully you enjoyed that video. But like I said, this is one of those fundamental exercises that will actually lead to us solving our reactivity issues and distraction issues in dogs. Bye, baby. Okay. Bye, guys.